Surah 3, Part 7. And how could you disbelieve when Allah's verses are read to you and His messenger is among you, and he who clings to Allah has been guided to a straight path? Those who have believed fear Allah, are right our precautions of Him, and do not die except when you are Muslims, and hold firmly to Allah's rope altogether, and do not separate. And remember Allah's grace upon you when you were enemies, and He tamed between your hearts, and you became brothers by His grace, and you were on the edge of a pit of the fire, and He rescued you from it. Thus Allah clarifies His verses for you. Perhaps you will be guided. And let there be among you a nation calling to good and commanding kindness and forbidding baseness, and those are the successful. And do not be like those who separated and differed after what had come to them, the proofs, and theirs is great torture. The day faces turn white and faces turn black. And as for those whose faces have turned black, have you disbelieved after your belief? Then taste the torture for what you used to disbelieve. And as for those whose faces have turned white, they are in Allah's mercy. They are abiding therein indefinitely. These are Allah's verses. We read them to you in truth, and Allah does not want wrong for the Alameen. And Allah's is what is in the skies and what is on the earth, and to Allah are matters returned. You were the best nation taken out for people, commanding kindness and forbidding baseness and believing in Allah. And had the people of the book believed, they would have had good. Among them are the believers, and most of them are the fasiqun. They will not harm you except harm, and if they fight you, they will turn their backsides on you. Then they are not helped. Humiliation has been struck upon them wherever they have been met with, except with a rope from Allah and a rope from people. And they came back with anger from Allah, and poverty was struck upon them. That is because they used to disbelieve in Allah's verses, and they kill the prophets without right. That is because they have disbelieved and used to transgress. They are not equal. Among the people of the book is a nation standing reading Allah's verses during the hours of the night, and they do sujood. They believe in Allah and the last day, and command kindness and forbid baseness, and hasten in good deeds, and those are of the righteous. And what they do of good, they will not disbelieve in it. And Allah is a knower of the fearers. Those who have disbelieved, their monies will not avail them, nor their children, against Allah at all, and those are the companions of the fire. They abide therein indefinitely. The similitude of what they spend in this dunya life is like the similitude of a wind wherein is severe cold. It struck the tilth of a people that wronged themselves and destroyed it, and Allah did not wrong them, but they wronged themselves. Those who have believed do not take a clique instead of you, not neglecting your craziness. They have wished what has distressed you. Hatred has appeared from their mouths, and what their chests conceal is bigger. We have clarified the verses for you, if you are comprehending. You love them, and they do not love you, and you believe in the book, all of it. And when they have met you, they have said, we have believed. And when alone, they have bitten the fingertips at you from rage. Say, die in your rage. Allah is learned in that in the chests. If good touches you, it grieves them, and if evil strikes you, they rejoice in it. And if you are patient and fear, their trick does not harm you at all. Allah is encompassing of what they do. And when you left your family early to post the believers in positions for the fight, and Allah is a hearer, learned. When two bands among you grieved that they lost heart, Allah being their protector, and in Allah let the believers put their trust. And Allah helped you at Badr while you were weak, so fear Allah, perhaps you are grateful. When you say to the believers, will it not be sufficient for you that your Lord aids you with 3,000 of the angels sent down? Yes, if you are patient and fear, and they come to you immediately, this your Lord aids you with 5,000 of the angels marked. And Allah has not made it but good news for you, and that your hearts may be content with it. And victory is not but from Allah, the Mighty, the Wise. To cut off a party of those who have disbelieved or suppress them, so they veer failing. You have nothing of the matter whether he repents for them or tortures them, and they are wrongdoers. And Allah's is what is in the skies and what is on the earth. He forgives whom he wills and tortures whom he wills, and Allah is forgiving, merciful. Those who have believed Do not consume interest, doubling, multiplication, and fear Allah, perhaps you will succeed. And fear the fire which has been prepared for the Kafirun, and obey Allah and the Messenger, perhaps you will be shown mercy. And hasten to forgiveness from your Lord and the Jannah. Its breadth is the skies and the earth, prepared for the fearers. Those who spend in prosperity and calamity, and those restraining rage, and those pardoning people, and Allah loves the good doers. And those, when they have done fahisha, or wronged themselves, they have remembered Allah and have asked for forgiveness for their sins. And who forgives sins but Allah? And they did not persist in what they did while they know. Those, their recompense is forgiveness from their Lord, and Jannat, rivers running beneath them, abiding therein indefinitely. And excellent was the worker's wage. Customs have passed away before you, so travel in the earth, and look how the result of those who accused of lying was. This is a statement for the people, and guidance and an admonition for the fearers. And do not weaken, and do not grieve, and you are the superior ones if you are believers.